Welcome to English MindTalk, where real conversations change the way you think.
I'm Jessie.
And I'm Tom.
Today, we need to talk about something people feel but rarely say out loud.
Job interviews don't scare us because of questions,
Then why does my stomach drop 3 days before one?
because it feels like someone is about to decide your future in 30 minutes.
Exactly. It's like your entire life becomes a performance.
When was your last interview?
2 months ago. I thought I was prepared. I practiced answers. I researched the company. I even practiced smiling in the mirror.
You practiced smiling?
Don't judge me. I wanted to look confident, but not fake.
What happened?
I walked into the room and suddenly forgot my own name.
That's normal.
No, it's not. I sounded like I downloaded my personality 5 minutes before entering.
What do you think you were trying to prove?
That I'm valuable, that I deserve the job, that I'm not behind in life.
So it wasn't about the job.
It felt like it was about my worth.
That's the trap.
What trap?
We think interviews test our skills, but secretly, they test our identity.
That sounds dramatic.
Is it? When someone asks, "Tell me about yourself," what do you feel?
Panic. Because what version of myself do they want? The confident one, the ambitious one, the humble one?
You're not answering the question.
I don't know how to. It feels like they're asking, explain why you exist.
And that's heavy.
Way too heavy for 10 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Let's pause for a second. Why do interviews make even capable people feel small?
Because you sit there waiting for approval.
Approval from strangers,
Strangers who hold power.
or at least we think they do.
They decide if we pay rent next month. That's power.
True. But what if the real fear isn't rejection?
Then what is it?
Exposure.
Exposure?
The fear that they'll see through you.
Like imposter syndrome.
Exactly.
So when I say I'm a fast learner, I'm thinking, please don't ask for proof.
And when they ask for proof?
I talk too much.
Why?
Because silence feels dangerous.
Silence feels like judgment.
Yes, like they're writing something negative.
Maybe they're just listening.
That sounds nice in theory.
Think about it. Have you ever interviewed someone?
Once, and honestly, I just wanted them to relax.
Did you expect perfection?
No, I expected honesty.
Then why assume they expect perfection from you?
Because I compare myself to everyone else applying.
You imagine them smarter.
More confident, better dressed, less awkward.
Here's something surprising. Most candidates think the exact same thing.
So we're all sitting there thinking we're the weakest one?
Yes,
That's kind of funny.
it is.
A room full of people pretending to be calm while internally screaming.
That's human.
But it doesn't solve the shaking hands.
What were you most afraid they would ask?
What are your weaknesses?
Classic.
It feels like a trap. If you're honest, you look bad. If you fake it, you look fake.
Maybe the real question is why we think weakness disqualifies us.
Because jobs feel like competitions.
They are.
Exactly. So why admit flaws?
Because self-awareness signals growth.
That sounds like a LinkedIn quote.
It's not. Think about it. Would you trust someone who claims they have no weaknesses?
No, I'd assume they lack insight.
So the weakness question isn't about flaws.
It's about maturity.
Yes.
I wish I thought like this before the interview.
What happened in that moment?
I said I'm a perfectionist.
The safest answer in history.
I know, and even while saying it, I felt embarrassed.
Because it wasn't real.
My real weakness is overthinking.
And what are you doing right now?
Overthinking my overthinking.
Exactly.
You're calm about this. Have interviews never scared you?
They have.
Really? You sound like someone who walks in and owns the room.
I once walked into an interview with 2 different socks.
Stop.
I noticed halfway.
Did they notice?
I don't know, but I was distracted the entire time.
That's oddly comforting.
I didn't get the job.
Because of the socks?
Probably not, but I convinced myself it was.
So even you created a story to protect your ego.
Exactly.
That's interesting. We'd rather blame socks than accept rejection.
Because rejection feels personal.
even when it's not.
even when it's not.
Let's talk about that moment after an interview.
The waiting period.
The silent torture.
Checking email every hour.
Every 5 minutes.
What does that waiting really represent?
Validation.
Or fear of confirmation?
Confirmation of what?
That you're not enough.
That hits.
But here's something people rarely say. Companies reject candidates for reasons unrelated to competence.
Like what?
Budget shifts, internal hires, team chemistry, timing.
Timing hurts the most.
Why?
Because you were good, just not chosen.
And being almost can feel worse than being unqualified.
Yes, because you can't improve almost.
Or maybe you can.
How?
By realizing almost means you're already close.
That sounds hopeful.
It's realistic.
But in the moment, all you feel is comparison.
Comparison anxiety is brutal.
Especially when you see someone on LinkedIn post, excited to announce I got the job.
And you think that could have been me.
Exactly.
Let me ask you something uncomfortable.
Go ahead.
If you got every job you wanted, would you ever question your direction?
Probably not.
And is that good?
I don't know.
Sometimes rejection forces reflection.
That sounds like people say to feel better.
Maybe. But think about your last rejection. Did it change you?
It made me question what I actually want.
That's growth.
Or confusion.
Sometimes they're the same thing.
That's annoying.
Why?
Because I want certainty.
Interviews expose uncertainty.
In what way?
They make you define your future out loud.
And sometimes I don't know my future.
That's honest.
But honesty feels risky in an interview.
Why?
Because they expect clarity.
Or do they expect direction?
What's the difference?
Clarity means you know exactly where you're going. Direction means you know the general path.
So saying, I'm exploring but committed is okay?
If it's true,
You make it sound simple.
it is simple. It's just not easy.
There's that line again.
It applies here.
Let's be honest. Sometimes interviews feel humiliating.
How so?
When they ask about gaps in your resume.
That can feel like interrogation.
Like, yes, I struggled. Do you want details?
What if those gaps are part of your story?
Stories don't always look impressive.
They look human.
But do companies want human?
Or do they want robots?
Sometimes I'm not sure.
Here's something people forget. Interviews are conversations.
They don't feel like interviews.
Because you treat them like trials.
That's harsh.
It's honest.
So how should I see them?
As mutual evaluation.
Meaning?
You're also deciding if they deserve you.
That feels empowering.
It is.
But what if you really need the job?
Then desperation can distort confidence.
That's real.
And interviewers sense desperation.
That's unfair.
It's human.
So what's the balance?
Preparation without attachment.
That sounds impossible.
Is it? Or is it just not familiar?
How do you prepare without caring too much?
You care about doing your best, not about controlling the outcome.
And if the outcome defines your next month?
Then the fear becomes louder.
So what do you do when fear is louder than confidence?
You listen to it.
That's unexpected.
Fear usually points to something meaningful.
Or something fragile.
Exactly.
So if I'm terrified before an interview,
What is that fear really protecting?
my pride, my stability, my future.
And maybe your identity,
That word again.
because it keeps showing up.
What if the real problem isn't interviews?
Then what is it?
What if the real problem is that we've attached our self-worth to our productivity and we don't even realize it?
If that's true, then every interview feels like a measurement of your value as a human,
Which is terrifying.
because productivity is unstable.
And humans are emotional.
Exactly.
So when someone asks, why should we hire you? What I actually hear is, why are you worth paying?
And that question sounds like survival.
It does.
But let's slow down. Is your worth really negotiable?
It feels like it is.
feelings aren't always facts.
I know, but in that room, they feel very real.
Of course they do. You're sitting across from someone who represents opportunity.
And opportunity feels rare.
Scarcity mindset.
So you're saying I act like it's my only chance?
Sometimes we do, even if it's not true.
But what if it actually is my only option at the moment?
Then it's one opportunity, not your identity.
That sounds nice. Hard to believe, though.
Let's pause for a second. Why do we shrink in interviews?
Because we assume they're above us.
And are they?
Position-wise, maybe.
Human-wise.
No.
Then why speak to them like they're judges?
Because we've been trained to. School, exams, grades.
Interesting. Interviews feel like adult exams.
Yes, with adult consequences.
But exams test memory. Interviews test alignment.
Alignment?
Do you fit the problem they need solved?
So it's less about being impressive and more about being relevant.
Exactly.
That changes things.
How?
Because I always try to sound extraordinary.
And maybe they just need dependable.
That's almost disappointing.
Why?
Because I want to be special.
Everyone does.
So interviews trigger comparison and ego at the same time.
And insecurity.
Always insecurity.
Here's something surprising. Sometimes the most confident candidate doesn't get the job.
Why?
Because confidence without listening feels arrogant.
So calm beats loud.
Often.
So I talk fast when I'm nervous.
Many people do.
I once answered a simple question for 3 minutes straight.
What was the question?
Do you prefer working in a team or alone?
That didn't require a TED Talk.
I know, but I panicked and tried to sound balanced, collaborative, independent, strategic, flexible, and visionary all at once.
That's exhausting.
It was.
Maybe the real question is why silence scares us so much.
Because silence feels like failure.
Or space.
Space feels risky.
But space allows thinking.
You're saying pauses are powerful?
Yes.
That feels unnatural.
Only because we equate speed with intelligence.
Oh, that's true.
But thoughtful answers feel grounded.
So slowing down might actually make me sound more confident.
Exactly.
It's funny, we're talking about interviews, but I feel like listeners are also practicing English just by listening to this.
They are.
And they don't even realize they're absorbing natural rhythm.
That's the beauty of conversation.
See? That felt smooth.
Because it was real.
Okay, let's get uncomfortable.
Go on.
What about rejection emails?
The polite ones?
We regret to inform you.
The corporate heartbreak template.
Exactly. Why do those hurt so much?
Because they're final.
And impersonal.
Which makes it feel like you weren't memorable.
Yes, that's it.
But is that true?
It feels true.
Companies don't send detailed explanations to protect themselves, not to erase you.
I never thought about it that way.
We personalize neutral processes.
So I turn a logistical decision into a personal failure.
Many people do.
That's heavy.
It is.
I remember once refreshing my inbox for hours.
How did that feel?
Like waiting for a text from someone I liked.
Interesting comparison.
Both are about being chosen.
And being chosen feels validating.
Why do we crave that so much?
Because belonging is wired into us.
So interviews aren't just economic events.
They're social approval moments.
That explains the emotional intensity.
Yes.
But let me challenge you.
Please?
What if someone keeps failing interviews? At some point, it's not just timing.
True.
So how do you not take that personally?
By separating performance from identity.
That's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
So what does that look like in practice?
Instead of asking, what's wrong with me, ask, what skill can I improve?
That feels less dramatic.
And more actionable.
But doesn't that remove emotion?
It channels it. You can feel disappointed without concluding you're defective.
That line is important.
Why?
Because a lot of people quietly think they're defective after rejection.
Especially if they're already doubting themselves.
Which is most of us.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
If interviews didn't exist, how would you measure your progress in life?
That's deep.
Answer it.
I guess by how much I've learned.
Not by titles?
Not really.
Not by salary?
It matters, but it's not everything.
So maybe interviews are just checkpoints, not verdicts.
That reframes it.
Exactly.
But why do some interviews feel magical?
What do you mean?
Sometimes you leave thinking, that felt right.
Chemistry.
You believe in chemistry during interviews?
Of course, teams are human systems.
So when it flows naturally, that's alignment.
Yes,
And when it feels forced?
that might be information too.
You're saying a bad vibe might be saving me.
Possibly.
That's uncomfortable.
Why?
Because I don't always trust my intuition.
Maybe you should.
What if I misread it?
Then you learn.
Everything becomes learning with you.
That's because growth is continuous.
Let's pause for a second. What about the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
The future trap.
Exactly. I don't even know what I want for dinner tonight.
The question isn't literal.
Then what is it?
They're testing vision.
So I don't need a perfect roadmap.
No, just direction and ambition.
That makes it less scary.
Good.
You know what's strange?
What?
The more we talk, the less interviews feel like battles.
Because they're conversations.
You keep saying that.
Because it's true.
But conversations require two equal humans.
Exactly.
So if I walk in remembering they're human too,
Your body relaxes.
maybe.
Think about it. Interviewers worry too.
About what?
Hiring the wrong person.
Oh,
So they're under pressure as well.
yes. So that shifts the power dynamic.
It balances it.
I like that.
Let me ask you something direct.
Go ahead.
If you were rejected from every job this year, would that define your future?
It would feel like it.
But would it actually?
Probably not forever.
Exactly.
So the intensity is temporary.
Most things are.
That's oddly comforting.
Because fear magnifies time.
That's true. A week feels like a year when you're waiting.
But eventually, clarity arrives.
Either yes or no.
And both move you forward.
Even no?
Especially no.
Why especially?
Because no forces redirection,
And redirection can be painful.
but also transformative.
I'm starting to think interviews reveal more about us than about companies.
That's insightful.
They reveal our fears
And our expectations.
and how much we tie identity to achievement.
Exactly.
So maybe the real preparation isn't memorizing answers.
Then what is it?
Understanding who you are without the job title.
That's powerful.
But what if someone listening right now is about to attend an interview tomorrow and they're terrified?
Then maybe the question isn't how do I impress them?
Then what should they ask themselves?
Maybe they should ask, what part of me am I afraid they'll see? Because that question changes everything.
It does.
If you're afraid they'll see insecurity, then insecurity is already there.
That feels exposing.
But exposure isn't destruction, it's awareness.
So instead of hiding insecurity, I acknowledge it privately.
Yes, and then you don't let it control your voice.
That sounds calm. I don't always feel calm.
You don't have to feel calm to act grounded.
That's interesting.
Confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's movement despite it.
So shaking hands don't mean failure.
They mean you care.
I like that.
Let's go deeper. What are you really afraid will happen in an interview?
That I'll freeze.
And if you freeze?
They'll think I'm incompetent.
And if they think that?
I won't get the job.
And if you don't get the job?
I'll feel behind in life.
Behind compared to who?
Everyone.
There it is.
Comparison again.
Interviews amplify comparison because they formalize competition.
It's like standing on a stage with invisible rivals,
But you never see them.
which makes them perfect in my imagination.
Exactly. Imagined competitors are always flawless.
Real ones probably spill coffee on themselves.
Or forget key examples.
Or answer the wrong question.
Which happens more than people admit.
That's strangely comforting.
Here's something else. Interviews are snapshots.
Meaning?
They capture you in a specific mood on a specific day.
So if I slept badly, that snapshot isn't my whole identity.
Exactly.
That takes pressure off.
It should.
You know what still bothers me?
What?
When they ask, why do you want this job?
And you think, because I need money.
Exactly.
That's honest but incomplete.
So what's the deeper answer?
Why does the work matter to you?
What if it doesn't deeply matter?
Then maybe you're chasing stability, not passion.
That feels real for many people.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Society tells us every job must be a calling.
That's unrealistic.
So interviews become performances of fake passion.
Sometimes.
That's exhausting.
Which is why authenticity stands out.
Even if it's simple?
Especially if it's simple.
Like saying, I value growth and stability.
Yes, that's grounded.
You make interviews sound almost human,
They are human.
but fear makes them mechanical.
Fear narrows perception.
So widening perspective reduces fear.
Exactly.
Let's pause for a second. What about body language?
What about it?
People obsess over it. Eye contact, hand placement, posture.
Body language reflects internal state.
So forcing it looks unnatural.
Often.
So instead of memorizing gestures, focus on breathing.
Yes, calm breath equals steady voice.
That's practical.
And simple.
You know what I realized?
Tell me.
The interview I performed worst in was the one I wanted the most.
Attachment again.
I built it up in my head for weeks.
So it became bigger than reality.
Yes, and I walked in already intimidated.
Expectations can distort presence.
So how do you reduce expectation?
By remembering you're exploring, not begging.
That word is strong.
Because the mindset shift is strong.
Exploring feels curious. Begging feels desperate.
Exactly.
That changes posture immediately.
It changes tone, too.
I'm thinking about listeners right now.
What about them?
Someone is probably replaying an awkward interview in their mind.
Most of us do that.
Why do we replay mistakes so vividly?
Because the brain prioritizes social errors.
Survival instinct.
Yes, belonging equals safety.
So embarrassment feels threatening.
Even when it's minor.
I once stumbled over a word and thought about it for days.
Did anyone mention it?
No.
Exactly.
So most of our embarrassment exists only in our imagination.
Amplified imagination.
That's comforting.
Here's something deeper. Interviews are mirrors.
Mirrors?
They reflect how we see ourselves.
So if I walk in doubting myself,
You interpret neutral expressions as criticism.
that's so true.
And if you walk in grounded,
You interpret silence as thoughtfulness.
exactly.
So perception shapes experience.
Almost always.
But grounding yourself isn't instant.
No, it's practice.
Practice what?
Speaking about your experiences without shrinking them.
That's hard.
Why?
Because I minimize my achievements.
Many people do.
I say, it was nothing, even when it wasn't.
That's self-protection.
From what?
From appearing arrogant,
So I understate instead.
which can erase your effort.
That hurts.
Let me ask you something directly.
Okay,
If you don't speak about your work with respect, why should they?
that's uncomfortable.
Growth often is.
So interviews are not about exaggerating.
They're about honoring your own effort.
That feels different.
It is different.
I'm noticing something.
What?
The interview room isn't where your worth is decided.
Where is it decided then?
It isn't. It already exists.
That's a strong realization.
It feels relieving.
Because you separate existence from evaluation.
Exactly.
And when you walk into an interview knowing that,
You don't shrink as much.
you show up as yourself.
Not as a character.
And characters are exhausting to maintain.
So maybe the most powerful thing you can do in an interview is
What?
stay human.
Simple.
Not easy.
But simple.
I feel calmer talking about this.
Good.
And maybe someone listening right now feels a little calmer too.
I hope so.
Because interviews will always exist.
But fear doesn't have to control them.
Next time I walk into a room like that,
What will you remember?
that I'm not there to prove I deserve to exist.
That's powerful.
I'm there to explore alignment.
Exactly.
And if it works, great.
And if it doesn't?
It's redirection, not rejection.
That's growth speaking.
Or at least trying to.
That's enough.
You know,
What?
maybe job interviews aren't tests of our value.
Then what are they?
They're conversations that reveal how we see ourselves.
And sometimes that revelation is more important than the offer letter.
Yeah,
Because long after the email arrives,
you still have to live with how you see yourself.
exactly.
And maybe that's the real interview.